Marge here on another marvelous Monday, and many of you enjoyed my garden. So here we are back in the garden, and we're going to talk about the Newton complex called Dairy Grain and Nightshades and how it relates to the principle of similia similibus curentur, or like cures like. So the first plant we're going to visit is the Solanum tuberosum, which you know as the potato. And in homeopathy, the entire plant is used. It's competing a little bit here with my blackberries, but that's because I didn't really plant this here. It just came up from what was left in the ground the year before. But it is one of the nightshades plants, the potato, and the whole plant is used in making the homeopathic. Now the next plant we're going to talk is Lycopersicum esculatum, and that is the tomato. And you see it's growing up my trellis. It's doing pretty well, even though it's been hotter than Hades. But in homeopathic, of course, it is using the whole plant, and in homeopathic tradition it is used for diarrhea. The next plant is a grain, and it, of course, is my corn, which is not doing very well this year, but I think I'll get a couple cobs from it. And it's actually the silk. You see the dried silk here? This is what is used to make the homeopathic. It's the silk at the end of each cob, and it is called stigmata matus. Now, there's also something called corn smut with it, which is Eustalogomatus, which is also in the complex. But the silk is used, only the silk, not the whole plant in this case. And it is indicated in traditional homeopathic practice for swelling of the lower extremities. Okay, so I got some good looking ears of corn and dug up some of my potatoes and picked some of my tomatoes. So of course the tomatoes and potatoes are nightshades, the corn obviously a grain. I'm going to fix this for lunch, and so I've thrown in there an onion, which is not in the Dairy Grain and Nightshade Complex, but I eat a lot of onions in almost everything. So Allium cepa is the Latin name for red onion. Okay, so this is a yellow onion. I don't have any red onions to show you. So this is it, Dairy Grain and Nightshades. You use the Dairy Grain and Nightshades in its homeopathic form for people that have issues with tolerating the dairy grain or the nightshades.